Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix, Sileo, Tales of a New Dawn. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and get the news version earlier, you can go to Patreon, where it's $5 a month, $54 a year. So, on the last Let's Play, we were still stuck in Logan, but we're discussing with Ty because, Diego was worried and tried to contact us a whole bunch, but we're out of range of her phone. We didn't hear it or something like that. And then he had to get Ty to contact us because he ran out of minutes or something like that. I've never heard about that on, like, modern day phones and stuff like that. But then, when Ty knew that we weren't in danger or missing anything, he's like, oh, okay, that's good. And I want you to, if you could, come and have brunch with me or lunch. And, we discuss things and hopefully make sure that there isn't any bad blood between us. I mean, it's a good idea, but it's also like, I'm wondering where this is going, because it's like, we're friends romantically, friendship with benefits with Logan in a way. He wants to do it more, and we want to do it more. But then it's like, also, you think this was to be Ty's way. I don't think I did anything wrong with regards to stuff. Like, the only choices I think I've got in this game was picking Ty, and then not having sex with Kyrex. I think that's the only two, like, reasonable things we did, but who knows. And yeah, even though it's day 15, it isn't day 15 because even though it's the bright and early morning, we haven't gone to sleep yet or something like that. And I had to cut it here because it's like, well, knowing this game, we might not just go straight to bed. You might, start be mentally discussing things for about 10 minutes before we go to bed. And, day 15. Anyways, reset face. And begin. At very long last, I slid between the covers, my clean and very much not cum-drenched bed. The shower had taken far longer than expected, and the very beginnings of rapidly approaching sunrise could be spotted through the curtains. I was going to be all kinds of tired later on today. I stressed thoughts of it as sleep. I considered everything that had transpired over the past day. My encounter with Logan had been nothing short of incredible. And he's changed so much since having him grow more comfortable with me, and he changed so much since having grown more comfortable with me. Doesn't seem like a typo, but just grammatically weird. The quiet, intimidating bear was sweet and friendly. It was nothing short of magical. I was looking forward to seeing them again. Perhaps next time we'd have company. Jay still seemed like the obvious choice if we decided to include others in our future sexual escapades. I would be sure to ask him when the time and circumstances permitted. An awkward conversation, no doubt, but one that could result in something incredibly worthwhile. But what about my change in behaviors? Diego had noticed it as well. What exactly was wrong with me? I had only seemed to start quite recently, although I couldn't quite pinpoint when. It seemed to have grown in intensity as the days went by. Surely there was some common thread to all this. Even so, what could I do? Who could I talk to? Is there something I would recover from on my own? Or something that would only get worse until I sought help? It was concerning, and I had no idea who I should ask about it. I just hoped that things wouldn't get any worse. I think I remember them asking, like, Spencer asking Ty if main character was showing signs of something. Maybe we did get vampire AIDS or something. Not AIDS specifically, like an STD, where it's like, we are sexually more something, I don't know. $49? Have you lost your damn mind? Earlier that morning, Ty had contacted Diego, asking something if he could start work a little earlier than usual. Incidentally, His new start time was a perfect match for when Ty and I were supposed to be meeting one another. Something neither Diego nor I even remotely considered to be a coincidence. What do you mean? With Diego's early start, and presently bare cupboards in consideration, we instead shared breakfast at the Café de Venxu Monde. Unfortunately for Diego, my visits the day prior had spurred on a wonderful idea. Alas, it was an idea with considerable financial impact. Diego was not amused. It is hardly intended for a single person to consume all alone, you know. Diego leaned forward, squinting his eyes and peering intensely, not like somebody's grandma, to more easily make out the text on Jay's name badge. Jay. Adrian's pulling my leg, right? He's just gotta be. I'm afraid not. An entire platter, all alone, each and every visit. It even seems as though he had room left to spare. What's wrong, Diego? Afraid you're gonna lose? Pfft, me? I never lose. Fine, bring me this damn platter. I'm gonna beat his ass. Just you watch. Just as much as I hate to break it to you, it sounds as though Adrian here has beaten you to it. I walked right into that one. I couldn't resist. Well, one pastry platter, coming right up. Now, Adrian, have you decided what you'll be having? I had not decided, although I knew exactly what it is I wanted. It was only a matter of whether I could resist the allure. Sorry. Reading yawns. It's weird how sometimes I get reading yawns. I don't usually yawn when I'm playing other games, but any single time I'm doing a visual novel, I yawn. You're just being silly, and you know it. I just don't want to give him the satisfaction. Satisfaction? I do not mean to pry, but I cannot help but wonder, what is this all about? Adrian is being weird because he thinks Ty's the reason that passion fruit syrup and a vanilla ice cream were added to the menu. Well, I suppose it is possible. The suggestions are anonymous, after all. So, you do like passion fruit after all, Adrian? Like it? This guy's practically an addict. Back when at university, we ate most breakfast at dinner close to where he lived. At this diner. We both ordered that exact combo every single time. Yep, and I'd blow my food budget before the week is halfway done. The joys of student allowance. I don't miss that crap for a second. Don't worry though. Jay, he didn't starve. I made sure of that. Well, no more than the average university student anyway. So I guess, technically, we both always starved. Kept me skinny though. Maybe I had to start another degree. Lose this damn weight lightning quick. But yeah, Adrian here is just being stupid. Ty's a lot of things, but he ain't smug. And even if he were, it's all like... Fuck! It's not like I'm gonna tell him what you have for breakfast. And I would be happy to match Diego's commitment, should it make you feel any more comfortable. Something Ty had once said barged to the forefront of my mind. I couldn't let my own conflicted emotions get in the way of my very own happiness. I knew full well how badly I wanted it. Satisfaction be damned. I was going to enjoy myself. Fine, passion fruit and vanilla pancakes, thanks. I'm pleased to see they've made what will no doubt be the correct choice. Now, you two relax and soak in the atmosphere. Your brunch will not be far away. Thanks, dude. Yeah, thanks, Jay. Please, it's a pleasure serving such handsome guests such as yourselves. With his signature courteous bow and overtly flirtatious wink, Jay flittered away, leaving weaving elegantly between patrons and furniture to resume his former position behind the cafe counter. Fuck! That guy is all kinds of gay. Really? You think? Smartass. Still though, it's weird to imagine a guy like him playing in a rock band. They come in all shapes and sizes, I guess. But Weirder still is. Him and Eric? Seriously? What a weird pairing. In my experience, they're completely different, while simultaneously being frighteningly similar. Jay is fancy and well-spoken, but beneath that veneer, he's just as bad. Sheesh. I guess that rat has finally been his match. Huh? Maybe now that he's getting some, he might cool his jets with Lucas a little. Somehow, I doubt it. If anything, it'll probably just make it worse. Seriously? I guess I should be grateful. Lucas hasn't called me in recently. A blessing in disguise. I can't begin to imagine Eric being any worse. Come to think of it, neither could I. I only prayed that it would not come to that. The world was ill-prepared to witness such unspeakable and unimaginable horrors. Thankfully, a shift in topic would salvage my battered mind from the depths of that terrifying local abyss. Oh, I've been meaning to ask. You're paying for this, right? Eh? Aren't you forgetting? I quit my job. I can't afford to pay for yours too. But it was your idea. Didn't you just treat someone to a platter yesterday? Yeah, but that was... I've got you all figured out. You pay when chasing tail, but won't pay when it's your best friend. I see how it is. Rude. That's bullshit, and you know it. Besides, you spent a whole week refusing my rent money. It's you who have been figured out, Diego. The only reason you're pushing this is because this time it's your idea. What? Well, shit. I hate to say it, but that's a damn good point. Yeah, that's right, motherfucker. Called you out. Besides, you're the one who forgot to get groceries. Pfft, it's a moot point anyway. How about we settle this little wager instead? Oh, hell no. Not this shit again. No. Hear me out. If it beats your new boy toy fair and square, you're paying. Okay, and what if you can't? I'll, pay for yours? Nice try, Diego, but mine only costs $11. So? That ain't my fault. Even so, that doesn't make it a fair bet. Fine. I'll pay for yours, and I'll owe you a favor. A favor? What kind of favor? Sexual? I don't know. Your favor. Just anything you want, I guess. Anything, huh? Bad answer. I was gonna have a little fun at Diego's expense. That sounds kinda lewd. What? No, not that, you ass. You said anything I want. But you're kidding, right? Do I look like I'm kidding? I responded with the worst and most blatantly false poker face possible, an expression which was met with palpable sense of relief. You ass! Had me worried there for a bit. For that, I'm gonna make sure I finish the damn platter and take your money. Bring it on, tough guy. Just be sure you don't whinge and moan when I cash in that favor. Psh! As though I'm even gonna come to that. You're gonna regret doubting the limits of my iron stomach. To be fair to you, I doubted Logan as well. He sure showed me, but it's easy for you to talk big now. Haven't you even seen the platter yet? I ain't scared of no platter. Bring it on. Famous last words, Diego. Famous last words. No way. How the hell? Would you like a carryout container? No, I can finish. Diego reached a shaky hand forward, grasping another of his unfinished pastries and raising it reluctantly towards his mouth. He gingerly took a half-hearted bite. If you need to be sick, please do it in the bathrooms over yonder. Fuck. Bring it then. I'm afraid the toilets are bolted to the floor. The container, you ass. I fucking can't. Very well. Back in a jiffy. Funny. But, what was I gonna say? Mentally rolling back. Oh yeah, it's really weird how sometimes you can really pack things in sometimes. Because I don't understand it. Sometimes you eat food and it goes in you, and it's not a lot of food, like a bowl, and you're like, yeah, I'm pretty full, I don't need to eat anything. And then you eat, like, I don't know, a dinner plate and extra of, like, not ramen or sushi, like curry, and you eat and eat and eat and eat and eat, and you eat like 3 dinners, and then all of a sudden you're like, only when you stop, you're like, oh, I ate too much, and you're like, oh, so much. Granted, with my physiology, my belly just kind of protrudes a bit because, you know, there isn't much here. It's just organs and muscle and an empty stomach, which would become a full stomach, which would make me look like I'm Prager's. Anyways, dude, how big is this Logan guy? He's gotta be the size of a damn house. Not really. You're a pretty close match, actually. Like I said, as big as a house. Never knew that was your type. Seriously though, how the hell, man? I've still got like a third left. I hate to admit it, but you win this one. I can't take another damn bite. Remember, no complaints when I cash in that favor. One carryout container, as requested. Diego grumbled miserably as he began heaping pastries into the complimentary container, scattering countless flakes across the table all the while. Well then, it is, as I said before, Adrian, I do so hate to pry, but there's a matter for which I possess somewhat morbid curiosity. I simply cannot help but inquire. Let me take a wild guess. You want to know what happened after I left here yesterday, right? Indeed, all the juicy details, if you'd be so kind. He didn't get home till 4 a.m. I spent the entire night worrying. My goodness, that does sound promising. But surely the entire time could not have been spent solely on flirty deeds. Nah, we walked home together, and he called me out, so I came clean with him. Told him I was happy with friendship, fun, or both. But then I left that decision with him. I guess kind of like I felt kind of like a dick for pursuing him like that. In a way, I was trying to atone for it. I figured I'd probably blown it, so I went home and killed time. Just when I'd completely given up, he asked me to pay him a visit, so I did. But it was his first time, so he was nervous, so we watched a movie together and just sort of got to know each other a little better. My goodness, you seriously managed to pierce that armor of his. It looks like I underestimated you, Adrian. I'm surprised myself, actually, but yeah, he warmed up to me a lot. Became a completely different person. He's actually really sweet, honest to a fault too. Not all grumpy and serious like he seems on the surface. I actually really enjoyed his company. Ah, how sweet. I'm so pleased to hear things went well, after all, even if things didn't quite go the way he'd hoped. Oh, they did. I was about to head home after the movie, but he asked me to stay, and, well, I'm glad I did. It was fantastic. He was fantastic. We're doing it again sometime soon. Now that's the happy ending I was hoping for. Terrific work, Adrian. And in the wake of a messy breakup, there's nothing quite like a friend with benefits to keep your needs in line. With the topic at hand, I couldn't help but remember Logan's request. It seemed like the perfect moment to ask. Perfect, except for the fact Diego would witness the entire thing, and no doubt judge me harshly for it. He'd never let me live such a thing down. But then again, I couldn't help but think of what had transpired not so long ago. I teased Diego with a rather inappropriate suggestion, and rather than take it in good humor, he instead took it seriously. But why? Had I generally kept such a straight face that he believed it? Or maybe he was hoping I was serious? No way. He's my best friend. He wouldn't... Would he? What if I did ask Jay? could extend the invitation to Diego as well. This was crazy, right? I was just being crazy again. What I was thinking, there's no way that would pan out. Hey, that reminds me, you and that rat, huh? You seem much too fancy to be hanging around with a guy like that. Oh, I'm constantly told, our friendship is mutually beneficial. We both want the same things, and are in a position to help one another with those things. We're different in a lot of ways, but the same in many ways. It works out well for us both. That moment had passed as the conversation continued and to flow unabated. It was for the best. I'd rather act with a clear head than dive headfirst into a situation I might come to regret. And with the way my head had been lately, now just wasn't the time. If not then, when? Would I start to feel better in due course? Was this thing only going to get worse and worse the longer I left it? I never heard of anything quite like it before. Or had I? As I got lost my own thoughts, experienced the fleeting moment of deja vu. Sadly, it vanished again as quickly as it arrived. But perhaps I had indeed been wrong. Had something like this happened to other people before? I pondered to myself, wondering how best I could find out for sure. Tom was certainly resourceful. Perhaps he could find something? I rejected the idea, not wanting to worry any of my friends unnecessarily. Besides, I thought of somebody else I could ask. Perhaps it was a long shot. I didn't even know when I'd get the chance, but if anybody knew, I knew would know the answer. Adrian, you've gone all quiet all of a sudden. Sorry. It's fine. You had a late night. A busy one, too. I wouldn't blame you if you fell asleep. I nodded, returned my focus to a discussion at hand. I wasn't as tired as I expected. No doubt that would catch up with me later that evening, with them singing and yawning. You know, Jay, you've got to be morbidly curious before. Now it's my turn. Oh, now I'm intrigued. Go right ahead. Well, Eric talks big, right? Like, he's a big stud and all that. But he's a tiny little guy. But a tiny little guy like him, he's just gotta be all talk, right? Like, I bet he ain't such a big man when you're in charge, huh? Yeah, well, it'll certainly be sure to, I'll be certainly sure to let you know. Yeah? But I thought you two were... Indeed, and we are. So, you're bottom then? Well, no, not exactly. Truth be told, I'm quite unfazed by position. Variety is the spices of life, they say. Alas, Eric does not share the sentiments. At least not yet. That is still a work in progress. So, what, he refuses to bottom or something? I suppose you could say that. Gets rather testy when it pressed the matter too. Huh. Is he any good? I mean, he's so tiny. He can't be, you know, packing, right? I made the same foolish assumption, but an assumption that happened to be entirely incorrect, as a mutual friend is surprisingly well equipped. And yes, he knows it all too well how to operate such heavy machinery. I hated that I can confirm that what Jay was saying firsthand. Could have never gone swimming that day. Have we seen him naked? The rat guy? You sure those toilets are bolted down? I think I'm gonna barf for real this time. Mental image of his grotty dong is too much for her to handle. Grotty? I'll have you know, that's actually rather handsome. Stop. You'd better find a new topic quickly then. Yeah, oh. Adrian mentioned something about you the other day. Oh dear, talking about me behind my back, Adrian? What? No. Don't worry, he wasn't talking shit or anything bad. I guess it is bad, but not like that. I mean, well, I do hope you intend to share. Good thing this guy has so much time to talk. Right. He said, you're Ortegan, right? The super rare one, too. What was it? Southern water? Is it water? My goodness, I'm impressed. Few people can identify Southern Water Dragon by sight. A sad consequence of our numbers, I'm afraid, but perhaps such a thing being common knowledge would be more of a burden than anything. Where did you learn about us, Adrian? Weird story, but Spencer dropped by the bar the other day. He shared a drink with me. An expensive bottle of Ortegan firewater. The real deal, if he's to be believed. He clued me in on the whole Doomsday Clock to Sword situation. I see. And did you enjoy the firewater? Nectar of the gods, is it not? If I'm honest, I feel a tickle in my throat from time to time, even now. Ah, you see, that's how you know you had the genuine article, even if it's an acquired taste. Cheaper imitation stuff just winds up tasting like gasoline, but that's my favorite sort of drink. For what it's worth, I'm sorry about all that, dude. You guys got dealt a rough hand. Don't be sorry. It's not like it stopped me from being born now, did it? Besides, it has its perks. Being something of rarity has been great for my sex life. A superpower like that? And you bag the rat? It's not as though we are exclusive, you know. Ah, shit. Here come the mental images again. The feel of my phone vibrating in my pocket captured my attention. Retrieving it, I saw a message from Ty. It read, I'm just leaving the bar now. I'll be having lunch at the cafe. Please meet me there. Great. I was reminded of my pending encounter with him. Something I've been trying to distract myself from for as long as possible. I suppose it's time for that as well, and truly over. So it's time for that, was wondering. Instead, it was time to rip off the band-aid and get all over with. But wait, did he say the cafe? This cafe? Oh shit. Guys, I hate to interrupt, whatever this conversation is, but we've got a small problem. So do I. This file and distressing images of rat sausage. I mean, hey, I assume some rat sausage, and I mean furry, not like actual rat sausage. But, it looks kind of hot. Speaking of a certain furry specifically. Well, now that I think of it, there's also other furries that have some nice rat sausage. But anyways, this rat sausage seared into my poor and innocent brain. Far from a problem in my books, but something tells me Adrian's problem may be a touch more significant. You'd be right about that. Ty just messaged me. He's on his way. Here. Now. Here? That's what he said. Seems like a dumb choice. I doubt it's going to be a particularly civil conversation. Why do it somewhere so public? I thought we were going out for like a lunch thing. Like, where would we go? Quite on the contrary. I suggest that is exactly his reason for choosing this as his venue. You'd both have little choice but to mind your manners. I've been hoping for something more private, but maybe it's for the best. I can't rightly trust myself not to do or say something stupid. Did he say how far out he was? He just left the bar. What? Oh shit, that's right. I'm late for work. Crap, I forgot about that. Sorry, Diego. Don't be sorry. That's on me. Should have been paying attention at the time. I'd better get a move on, or else I'll have to explain that to him. Why I'm here, and not at work. Shit, I better take the long way around. Don't want to run into him along the way. Worry not, I won't speak of a word of your presence. And I'd better take your plates, Adrian. Those passion fruit seeds are hard to miss. Thanks, Jay. And sorry, Diego. I didn't expect it to be this venue. I hope you're not so stuffed you can't walk. Ain't gonna lie, that's exactly how stuffed I am. It's only a few blocks, but I still might need a taxi. Don't think you can walk like this. I'll catch you later on, okay? Of course, keep me in the loop, yeah? Let me know how it goes. Got it. You got this, okay? It's all gonna be fine. I believe in ya. Diego delivered a smile of confidence as he departed the cafe to commence the short journey to Ty's bar. This left Jay standing by the table, still holding the plate, which once held my pancake breakfast. I don't think he ever said that what this meeting was all about. He asked me to meet him last night. Talked about more amicable ending. Closure. Just, try and tidy those loose ends of ours. I see. Well, I don't hope... Ooh. All of a sudden, a surprised Jay pranced away from my table, his gaze fixed in the direction of the cafe's front door. I needn't look. I already knew I had just walked in. Adrian? What a surprise. And with that, and us for once, hitting exactly the 30-minute mark. It's a good time to call it. So, it's going to be the end of this Let's Play. So comment, guys, I like comments. Tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos to help it grow. And please remember to manage your animals to help control the pet population. I hope it'd be nice if someday was like, yeah, I neutered Fluffy because you told me to, and I'll be like, yay! For cutting your dog's balls off or something like that. Hopefully doing that at a vet. Anyways, until next time. I'm GamerWolfSix. I've said Sileo, Tales New Dawn. But not before saying, if you want to play this game, it will be free on itch.io, but if you want to support people that make this game and or get the news version earlier, Patreon. Okay, now, thanks and see you.